Hello and welcome to the beginning of a series where I will be discussing the 2024 New York Red Bulls. For this series, I plan to take time to analyze the Red Bulls and discuss their season from the key players to the decisions that go into playing their games. For this first episode, I want to give a background on the Red Bulls and an overview of their 2024 season. First off, a quick background. The club was founded in 1996 for the first season of the MLS as the New York/New Jersey Metro Stars, but they rebranded to the New York Red Bulls in 2006. The club has always been semi-successful, winning the Eastern Conference during the regular season 6 times and winning the Supporters' Shield 3 times, with the most recent being in 2018 when they won both the Eastern Conference and the Supporters' Shield. However, they have never been able to win the MLS Cup, finishing as the runners-up in 2008 and 2024. Throughout their history, they have never really hung on to a coach for too long, going through 20 different coaches in just their 30-year history. Their most recent hire was Sandro Schwartz, who arrived in 2023 and took the Red Bulls to the MLS Cup in his first season. Schwartz mainly used a 4-4-2 formation this season, as the Red Bulls used it in 69% of their games for the 2024 season. He pairs it with a signature Red Bulls high press designed to win possession and attack quickly after gaining the ball. This playstyle requires a strong attacking group of players, which Schwartz most definitely had. The 3 main offensive contributors to the team were Dante Van Zyre, Lewis Morgan, and Emil Forsberg. Dante Van Zyre joined the Red Bulls at the beginning of the 2023 season, but really broke out in 2024. He finished the season with the highest assist total on the Red Bulls with 9, and he also racked up 4 goals to partner on. Van Zyre's partner up top at striker was Lewis Morgan. 2024 was Morgan's 3rd year with the Red Bulls, but his 2nd full season. Early into the 2023 season, Lewis Morgan suffered a torn ACL and missed the majority of the season. This didn't stop him from coming back to having the most goal contributions on the team in 2024 with 13 goals and 5 assists. The 3rd and final main contributor to the team was Emil Forsberg. He was acquired from Red Bull Leipzig after spending 10 years in the Bundesliga, and from the start he was destined to be great. He scored 9 times and had 4 assists to pair with it, while also captaining the team through most of the season. He managed to do this with a lower leg injury that he picked up halfway through the season while playing for the Swedish national team, and this injury saw him sporadically playing for the next 11 weeks. That's enough of the background for now, and we'll start to actually look into their 2024 campaign. This video will just cover some major results and stories that will be further analyzed in their own individual videos. First off, I'll talk about the contrast in results for when the Red Bulls played Inter Miami. The teams first met on matchday 5 when Miami made the trip up to Red Bull Arena in hopes to defend their first place position early in the season. However, the Red Bulls had other plans. A goal from Wiki Carmona, a Lewis Morgan hat-trick, and 4 assists from Dante Van Zyre powered the Red Bulls to an electric 4-0 win over the future Supporters' Shield winners. Inter Miami didn't take this loss easily, as when the Red Bulls gave Inter Miami a visit on matchday 11, the result was 6-2 in favor of Miami. Both Dante Van Zyre and Emil Forsberg scored, but it wasn't enough to hold back a goal from Messi, who also won up to Van Zyre by getting 5 assists in this game, 2 goals from Matias Rojas, and finally a hat-trick from Luis Suarez, who also assisted Messi's goal. It was a tough loss for the Red Bulls, but they didn't let it linger for too long, and they won their next 2 games, scoring 4 in each. The first of these 2 was a rivalry game on matchday 12 that ended up with a 4-2 result at home against the New England Revolution. An early goal from Lewis Morgan set the pace for 3 other Red Bull goal scorers to find their footing in the game. With matchday 13 came another rivalry that also ended in a big win down in Washington, D.C. over DC United. The final scoreline was 4-1 with 4 different Red Bull scorers, those being Elias Manuel, Cam Harper, Lewis Morgan, and Corey Burke. The Red Bulls would have just one more game in which they would score 4 goals, which happened on match day 32 when the Red Bulls visited Toronto. The final score was 4-1, and this game would also have 4 different goal scorers for the Red Bulls, those being Emil Forsberg, John Tolkien, Lewis Morgan, and Elias Manuel. The game before this great win, however, was a devastating loss in their biggest match of the season so far. They hosted NYCFC for the second installment of the Hudson River Derby in the 2024 season, and for the second time they lost. The first game was a 2-1 final, but the bad got worse when NYCFC won 5-1 in Red Bull Arena. Dante Van Zer was the lone Red Bull scorer in the game. By the end of the regular season, the Red Bulls had won 3 of their last 18 games and fell from 3rd in the East to 7th. This poor run of form made many people come to an easy conclusion that the Red Bulls would be a first-round exit in the playoffs when they would face the defending MLS champions, the Columbus Crew. The first game of this best-of-3 series would be in Columbus, and the Red Bulls would shock the league by winning 1-0 thanks to a goal from Felipe Carbajo. This wouldn't be the last time he would save the team in the playoffs, as he proved to be a great signing when he joined the team in August. The next game was to be played in Red Bull Arena, where the Red Bulls miraculously pulled off the sweep to knock out the reigning champions. Dante Van Zer and Emil Forsberg would score 2 in regulation, but those would be equaled by the Crew, sending the game into penalties. The hero of this game would be the Red Bulls goalkeeper, Carlos Coronel, who would save 3 penalty shots in a row and send New York into the second round to face NYCFC. Once again, the Red Bulls were the heavy underdog going into the game, as they had already lost twice to NYCFC in their regular season. In this game, the Red Bulls showed that they learned from their previous 2 games and they were on a mission. They would win 2-0 with goals from Dante Van Zer and Felipe Carbajo. By winning this game, they were able to travel down to Orlando to play in the Eastern Conference Finals to continue this unprecedented playoff run. The lone goal in the match came off a header from defender Andres Reyes early in the second half, and for the first time in 16 years, the New York Red Bulls were playing an MLS Cup. They were set to play the LA Galaxy, who were chasing their MLS record 6th MLS Cup win. A bad Zirkoflux saw the hero from Orlando out for the match just 10 minutes before kickoff. The loss of Andres Reyes meant that Noah Isla would have to spring into action without warning and do the best he could. The Red Bulls would end up losing the game 2-1 after 2 early goals from the Galaxy set the tone for the match. The one Red Bull goal would come from Sean Nealis, but with that loss, the playoff run and season came to an end. This is where I'm going to end this first episode, and from now on, each episode will cover 1 to 2 games in full detail, with me explaining the background of the game, big stories going into the game, and everything tactic-wise, and what went wrong and what went right for the Red Bulls. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.